Iowa Live.
Good morning, everybody. It is 9:34 right now. Welcome back to CW Iowa Live. Lou and Jackie here. And welcome back to Corey DeBerg. He is from Grand JiVante, as we are going to be talking about a thing that is going on involving seniors and the care that you offer the seniors. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And we're going to learn something here today because we just learned something in the past couple of seconds.
I was going to say, you guys are a great facility that takes care of our elders in an amazing and very unique way that we always love to talk about here in our program. But let's talk about, in case there's some that we're taking care of in our own home or we like to check on.
Right.
We're saying right now in the summertime when we've all this humidity and heat that we need to be thinking about our elders. But why is this so important? Why, especially now today, another hot, humid day, do we need to be thinking about?
So we all know it's going to be hot. It's been hot for the last couple of months, unusually warm, and our forecast, shows more heat coming up. And it's, for any American, for any adult, it's really important that you drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. To make sure that you don't get heat illnesses or heat strokes. But that's really more important for elders. And there's a few reasons why that is. The first one is that the way our bodies cool ourselves is through sweat.
Right.
So, if you get hot, you start sweating. That's the way that your body cools itself.
Yeah, the evaporation helps cool your body.
Exactly. However, as you get older, your body doesn't sweat as much. So your primary mechanism to cool your body doesn't really work as you get older. It doesn't work as effectively.
It kind of slows down like everything else kind of does.
Exactly. Your veins get harder, your arteries get harder, your blood's not moving through your veins as quickly, so you're just not going to be producing as much sweat.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't think, well, something you don't think about.
You don't think about. And on top of that, we always see the seniors who are, wearing those sweaters and the long sleeves and the long pants in the summer. Well, that's because they feel cold themselves, because the bloodstream isn't moving as quickly through their body. However, their body isn't also sweating, so they're actually staying warmer than what they realize. So that puts them at a much larger risk for, heat illness or heat stroke because of those two reasons.
So they're not even realizing.
Yeah, they don't think they're that warm because they're not all sweaty.
That is correct.
Wow.
Because when you start sweating, you start feeling like you're hot, you're weaker. But that one main cue is it reduces as you get older.
So it's your memory coming into play here about when I'm this warm and I'm really hot, I sweat a lot. I'm not sweating a lot, I must not be warm.
And I also imagine, if they're not able to move as quickly as possible, they're probably not drinking a lot of fluids because they don't want to make a lot of unnecessary trips.
That is correct.
As well, so to speak. Yeah. So what should we be looking for? If we do check on someone a loved one that maybe is older, is there anything we should be looking for to realize we need to get them to a cooler area right now?
So there's a couple things you want to pay attention to if you're taking care of your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa. A few things to kind of be aware of in the summer. First off, the signs. If you notice that they're tired more often, just fatigued, they're dreary, they're dizzy, they have headaches. Those are all signs that we get, even as younger consumers, but watch for those in the older adults as well. That's a good indicator that they're starting to get heat exhaustion.
Okay, and that can kick in rather quickly, can't it?
Very quickly. And the thing that is kind of interesting is once you become thirsty, your body is already 2% dehydrated.
It's already past the time.
When you're thirsty. So, as adults, when we get thirsty, we start drinking water to cool our bodies, which will help, bring our temperature down. However, as an adult, as a senior citizen, you're already 2% dehydrated before you even, once you get thirsty, and your body is already low on water at that point. So the best thing you can do is make sure they're drinking water throughout the day, not just when they're feeling thirsty, but making sure they're drinking water at meals and then throughout the regular day as well.
So how do you do that at Grand JiVante? Do you have a schedule and you have people lined up to go in and make sure they drink this much water? How do you do that?
So what we have in place to kind of combat that is that we have, every resident has their own little water jug in their room that gets filled every morning to make sure that there's plenty of water. And then they get served plenty of beverages at every meal to make sure that they are drinking their fluids, and we watch their intake to make sure they're getting plenty of fluids.
You can kind of see the measurement to make sure that they are actually drinking their water. Good advice. Maybe need to get something like that just to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Another thing, if you are watching out for your senior loved one, making sure they have AC and checking in on them on a regular basis. Even if they don't have AC, getting them to a cool place like a movie theater or a restaurant or somewhere out of the the hot area.
Yeah.
Just being in a cool area for a couple hours will help bring their body temperature down and make sure they don't get heat exhaustion.
And how long of a period of time do you recommend taking them to a cool place like that?
On hot days like today, you know, when you're in the 90s, probably a couple hours at least.
All right, yeah.
That way your body can cool
Make
down.
plans accordingly.
And there are some cooling centers that we have absolutely free that you can go utilize. And we have all the information on our website, weareiowa.com. But of course, if people want to get in touch with you guys, I'm sure you can give them some great advice as well. Yep. Are there some definite don'ts that we don't want to be doing when it's this hot outside?
For seniors especially, as mentioned, you know, the blood flow does slow down as you get older. So as your blood flow decreases, you know, it's not going through your body as quickly, which will bring your body temperature down. So they always feel cold. And you know, we see that all the time, is that it could be 95 degrees outside and they still want to wear a sweater. So really encouraging every senior in the area, if you're a family caregiver, don't encourage them to be wearing their long pants and their sweaters. I mean, make sure that...
Try to dress appropriately.
Try to dress lightly and appropriately for the summer weather. And if they are cold in their apartment, you know, using a blanket to cover up versus being in, you know, all those heavy
Full
clothes.
dress, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And just making sure I think the key point is making sure you get enough water throughout the day, not just when you get thirsty, because at that point you already are becoming dehydrated.
Dehydrated. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and even at night, you said using a blanket rather than like maybe a feather comforter or something.
Exactly.
In the summertime.
Keep it light.
Just to keep it light.
Keep it light.
Okay.
Okay.
Just important
great
tips.
Yeah, all great things to be thinking about as we're watching out for ourselves, but also our loved ones.
Yep.
But that's what you guys do so well at Grand JiVante, is that you really watch out for our elder loved ones, and you guys are there to take care of them in case we do need some assistance.
Yep. And if you guys have any questions or need any of our services or any questions about, you know, seniors or your loved one or what we can do, you can always get a hold of us at 641-847-3531.
Right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I just love the fact that, you know, you check on your residents a couple of times a day to make sure that they're drinking their water, especially this time of year and when the weather is this warm, so you're staying on top of it.
And it's hard for even, you know, for healthy adults. I mean, we don't know, like, for us, for example, who wants to drink water consistently throughout the day? I mean, you don't normally want to drink until you're thirsty.
Right.
But it's important during these heat waves that we have is to be on top of it and be aware of your surroundings.
Right. We even struggle with it as, as middle-aged adults, let alone what our elders are doing. All right. You can also check out all the wonderful things they do on social media and the website. They do some incredible things. So go check out grandjivante.com and definitely on social media as well.
Tell everybody where you guys are located.
We are located in Ackley, Iowa, which is about an hour and a half north and east of the metro area here. So an hour north on 35 and then a half hour east on Highway 20.
Perfect.
I mean, you're right off the exit.
All right. Very timely conversation this morning. We appreciate all your assistance and guiding today.
Thank you for having us.
Great job. All right, it's 9:42.